Mr. Speaker, it has been said and all too often ignored, if you live beyond your means, you will be forced to live beneath your means. Living and consuming on borrowed money always end. When living extravagantly, it seems the good times will continue forever. But when the bills come due and the debt with interest, the good times end. Without a source of newly borrowed funds, once the value of stocks and houses depreciate, the individual comes to the realization that hard work and effort are required to produce sustained wealth. The consequence is more work and a diminished standard of living. Once the national debt grows to an extreme proportion, as ours has, there's no possibility of it being paid off in the conventional sense. Default and liquidation are required. Today's middle class and poor are suffering, and the elite are being bailed out. And all the while, the Federal Reserve refuses to tell the Congress exactly who has benefited by its largesse. We have become the greatest debtor nation in the world. The borrowed money was not used to build our industries, but was used mainly for consumption. The fact that the world trusted the dollar as the reserve currency significantly contributed to the imbalances of the world financial system. The fiat dollar standard that evolved after the breakdown of Bretton Woods in 1971 has ended. The only tool the economic planners have is the creation of trillions of dollars of new money out of thin air. All this does is delay the inevitable and magnifies the future danger. This crisis we're in is destined to get much worse because the real cause is not acknowledged. The real concern ought to be for a dollar crisis, which will come if we don't change our ways. We need to wake up and recognize the importance of sound money. We need to reintroduce the work ethic. We must once again cherish savings over consumption. We must recognize that an overextended foreign policy has been the downfall of all great nations. And above all else, we need to simply believe once again in a free society, that which made America great.